So before I start, please mention the word on my clothes. It's teach peace. There's a serious war happening on our planet, and I just hope for the peace right now, right here. So I'm going to start. There's a lot of people today. When I was grade 4, I got a chance, just like today, to speak in front of our whole school. And I was extremely excited. It was such glory for me. And I spent a whole week to preparing that and to try to put all the drugs inside my mind. But when I actually stand on the stage, there's thousands of eyes were gazed on me. And my mind was totally blank. I can't recover anything. And everyone started laughing. This became my nightmare for several years, and I was afraid to give a speech in front of public for many years. But honestly, while the waiting time outside the door, there were 1,000 times that I thought in my mind, I want to escape from there because I think I can't do that. But eventually, I'm standing here. Hello everyone, I'm Freida, and that is my topic, conquering fear through Stoicism theory. Okay. I might need a pen to change PowerPoint. Thank you. Okay. According to the art of war, if we want to conquer something, the first we need to do is to realizing something. It is the same thing. If we want to conquer fearness, what we first need to do is notice what is fearness or why it is produced, where it is produced. I would like to divide fear on the whole world into two types, the fear of the moment and fear of the consequence. The fear of the moment is more likely related with the personal feeling that you want to avoid to being embarrassing or having some unpleasant experience during the activities. So you'll got fear of the activities and the procedures. While the fear of the result is more likely the result from afraid to disappoint the expectation from acts in the world. For example, I feel extremely nervous in every CIE exam because I think I won't do that. I will screw up everything and I will disappoint my parents. And so before I tell you how to solve these things, let us a question. Why? Why should we pay so much attention on a simple emotion as fearless? Why? Well, it's related with an aging school of philosophy since ancient Greek called Stoicism. Stoicism in English, it means to conquering some trouble or negative situation with no emotion. However, Stoicism does not encourage us to drop out all our emotions. Instead, it tells us we should intentionally control over our emotions. There was a quote from Stoicism. The biggest weakness of human is their strong emotions. The strong emotions, especially the negative one, for example, fear and anxiety, could damage our peace and mind. It is fine as only appear a few times, but if it repeat over and over again, you'll be addicted of that feeling. You'll be passively receive that feeling. Because take my experience as an example. When I was grade 10, I was unintentionally to recollect those bad things have already happened that I cannot change. For example, I lost 1 mark in my MCQ of physics. That was my nightmare. Yeah. And so I got addicted. I gradually become more sensitive and more aggressive, and even a small failure could stimulate my fearing and to stimulate other negative emotions, and that make me lose control of my mind. I lose my ability of concentration and my efficiency of study because a little bit failure could destroy me. And I realized that, so I intentionally trained that to avoid to think of that. And I got my efficiency and my mode of study back. And so I'm going to start with how to conquer the fear of the moment first. There's a Stoic from the ancient Greek called Epictetus. He divided the things on the world into the things that we can control and the things that we cannot control. And it's that the most unhappiness on the world is because of the misclassified. That is a situation that we divide things that we cannot control. We consider things that we cannot control into the things, like, we can control it, we do control it, but we take the responsibility for that. So that the negative emotion produced from that, it's we're taking the responsibility for the bad result, but actually we not need to do that. So that is exactly what we do when fearing of the moment. So most important things to solve that is to realize most things we think it is important, it is meaningful for us. It's out of our control, actually. Think about that. Do I really control your reaction of the speech? Or can I really control whether I get the illness or my performance on the exam? Actually, no. I can try my best to preparing the job as best as I can. And I can to practice frisbee or other sport activities to enhance my body strength. And I can review the knowledge as best as I can to try to affect the result, but I can eventually decide the result. So, the results, it must be accepting that the result is might be bad and might be satisfied, but it's none of us business. In other words, we cannot affect that. We do not need to take the responsibility for that. So, in this, we do not to shame and to blame ourselves because of the possible failure. Okay? And so if you ever find you're shaming or blaming yourself by the unsatisfied results, or you're ever fearing of to doing something because of the unpleasant procedure might happen, just stop, just do it, okay? Well, as a student, most of the time, we're experiencing the failure of the consequence. Actually, I'm not very skillful for the exam, and I just afraid to disappoint my parents. So I think there's 1,000 times I sit in the exam room and I think, oh, let me out, I can do that. I will screw up everything, I can't do that. Well, I think most of you in this room may experience it in some moment of your life. And I highly recommend you to have a fearing list. So why we should make a fearing list? Because the words that persuade you to fear, to give up the things because of fear, is a subjective opinion. And the subjective opinion is derived from your brain, and your brain will lie to you. It will exaggerate the result. It will exaggerate the extent of the bad result and to render the fearing. And you will give up from the things that will not happen, will not even happen. So let's back. How can we list a fearing list? The first step is asking a simple question to yourself. So what? Oh, I can't do the exam. I will screw up everything. So what? Because my parents will disappoint on me and my friends will look down on me. And see, that is the possible outcome that I'm truly afraid of. And just listen out on a paper or on a note on your phone, whatever is okay. Just list it out. List it visible. And try to against that and analyze that and try to against that. Question it. Will it truly happen? Well, obviously my parents will not disappoint on me. They allow me to facing failure. And they always give me second try because all parents love their child. And my friends want to look down on me only because I failed the exam, because I want to make friends with those kind of people. And that is the key. I'm just afraid of the things that won't truly happen. After you list out the things, you'll find 90% things won't going to happen. So there's nothing you're going to afraid. And meanwhile, even if it's going to truly happen, the worst case scenario is the thing that you already list out on your fearing list. And once you're accepting the things on the fearing list, and every outcome that even only a little bit better than the outcome on the fearing list is a success. It is basically a train to your mental and to train the way you think and to get an easier life, a more successful life. And all the methods I've mentioned before have a prerequisite. is to get self-aware. It is ability that you're always realizing what you're doing to yourself. You always reflect to yourself that, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm just criticizing myself because of some nonsense, like these things. These things I cannot help you with. You can just train yourself to frequently make self-reflection, and you're gonna train yourself to get the self-aware. It is difficult. It is really difficult things to get self-aware, and it is also very difficult to train yourself in the stoic way, the way that you making the choice without affected emotion. So, but if you ever want to climb the mountain and reach the peak, the first thing is keep walking, and the second thing is to get away the heavy stone from your backpack. And this might be the right view not drive you to success, but I'm not very sure about that, because it's one of the elements of success. But what I can promise you is it will give you a more easier life, and that's all. Thanks.